Before I forget it, I will make another video, and it's it's a heavy one, so you better hold your chair or whatever. And it's something that I think about sometimes, and I guess we all do to some extent, which is the fact that everything always comes to an end. And this goes far, you know. Just think about it. We go up, we go to sleep. The day comes to an end. You go to school, you start first class, and then you start the second and the third. Each of those grades comes to an end, individually and as a whole. You take your first job, not so likely that you are going to stay there for the rest of your life, so it comes to an end. Your grandparents, they pass, obviously, so life for them comes to an end. Yeah, the season comes to an end. You get the point, you get the idea. It's not so sad in a way, but it also questions what is actually meaningful. Think about it. Whatever we're doing, whatever we do when it comes to our lives, whatever we do for making meaning, creating something, starting family, or we building a new house, it becomes war, everything destroyed, comes to an end as well. This is very destructive, not destructive, but it's very sad topic, obviously. But isn't it this how it is, basically? Isn't this how it is with existence in general? What does really matter if you think about it? You create your whole life, you struggle the whole life going up, trying to, I mean, hopefully you're having a happy life, you have meaningful relationships and all this. But if not, then it can obviously be very difficult for you. I mean, just thinking about, is actually the Earth going to survive in the end? What is the end? Like, is it 100 million years from now, or is it, I don't know, 1,000,000 years from now? Or these things that, you know, you better ask a physicist about these things, like for how long is the Earth going to survive? This is, I just assume it will eventually, like the sun, they say the sun will burn out and then everything will become an apocalypse here. Or if we just stupid enough to blow ourselves up in a war before that. Who knows? But this is just how it is, you know, and some people find that very anxious or existentially anxious, existentially problematic. And I don't know why, I just don't have that. I've had some kind of existential, call it breakdown, or yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, I don't know, it was strange anyway what happened before, but yeah, I just don't have that. I'm not fearful at all for any kind of end. I've gone through so many cycles of ends, call it girlfriends, call it job situation, call it, like, my life basically is always feels there's a new start, you know. And I feel that is sort of I always felt it's sort of a curse. It's annoying, you know. It's you start something and you believe in it and it turns out to just end, you know. It turns out to be an end to it. And then I have to go back to square one. But that's my problem. But it's not any way anxious. It's just that it's kind of like a bummer, I feel. But this is how it is, and in a way, in retrospect, it always makes me makes me grow, it makes us strong, I guess, for everybody who is in a situation where you come to an end and something, you have to start over with something. Everything is a lesson, right? Everything is a learning lesson. And that's a beautiful thing, actually. But these things that, if it really has truly any meaning, whatever you do, like you create something and will it be remembered? Yeah, I mean, look at the biggest, should I say, the biggest movies or the biggest pop culture, the biggest achievements mankind has ever made. Yeah, it does last, you know, it does have meaning. It doesn't matter to be like the most recognized, the most well known, you have to be remembered. Not like this. Just think about these people. Every now and then you see in the news, they, like I think in Italy or in Greece or wherever, somewhere there, they dig and they found this mosaic from the ancient times of the Romans, which is pretty cool when you think it. I think it's in Rome, they still use the drainage or some water system pipes that is from the Romans. And when you're actually thinking about it, those people that were all together, everything from shaping the pipes or putting down the mosaic, coloring them, or anyway was a part of this. It's like a symbol, it's like a representation of them, which is now brought back to life. And that's a good example, I guess, because not everything is being remembered. There are many great people who did great things, achieved great things, but were never ever remembered. And I mean, I don't know what to say about that. It's obviously a little bit sad on one end, but does it really matter? Because someday, yeah, those things will just not be remembered as well. I mean, even if they have the greatest rock band on earth, they will come to a point where that probably also is not remembered. I don't know. I mean, I can't answer that. But for sure. So what do we say to these people that find just endless anxiety to not having some clear answer to finding meaning, you know, to life basically, or whatever? I think it's about finding meaning in the small things and trying to build and build great relationships and show appreciation for those people around you, and trying to be there, you know, trying to be a support and contribute and give and be grateful, you know. Gratitude, that is a key. I find gratitude, for me personally, great every day, because that's something that I know that I don't expect anything. I know what I want to do, I know what makes me happy, and the rest I just don't really bother about it. I don't care about it. Everybody asks you, like, would you like to have this or that, or do you? I mean, obviously we're living in a world and society where we exchange goods and services with the currency, monetary currency. So having that is obviously helpful, but it's not like it's giving that directly giving meaning, but indirectly it does. But also directly, because for example you just need to buy food, obviously you need to be able to exchange with the currency. So that's kind of my point on this topic about, does it really have any meaning? And it does. Going up and trying to be of value and trying to learn and improve, and seeing everything as a learning lesson, be available for people you care about, and maybe sometimes even to people that you don't know, because we all need a helping hand every now and then. Hope it was helpful, and I'll leave it with that. See you.